What's up, everybody? You're now tuned in for another adventure with the South Shore Angler Fishing. In this video I'm bringing to you is to add success to your spring striped bass fishing. The season is upon us, another few weeks. It'll be opening day, and this video I'm making is to help you guys catch more striped bass. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're gonna get into are lures. Now, I've been fishing for 36 years, 40 years old, and I swear I've been fishing since I was 4 years old. Never missed a season, and I've learned a lot through trial and error and what works and what doesn't work. And I can promise you these lures are going to guarantee you fish. Now, the first lures we're going to get into are swimming plugs. Now, swimming plugs, they come in a variety of colors, but you really only need 3 colors. You're going to need the chicken scratch. You're going to need the red and silver. And you're going to need the blurple, the black and purple swimming plug. And those lures, they're going to guarantee some fish for you guys. Now, the chicken scratch and the red and silver, that's more of a evening before the sun goes down and a sunrise bite. They'll work at nighttime, but you really want to use them as the sun's coming up and before the sun goes down. And those are my 2 main lures that I'll use swimming plug wise. Those are my 2 main lures, colors should I say, that I use, and it guarantees me success. Now the blurple, that's a nighttime thing. You really don't need anything else swimming plug wise at nighttime but a dark colored lure, whether it be all black or the black and purple. That's what works for me, and I promise you it's gonna work for you. Now let's get into some footage of some evening fishing. You'll see this red and silver swimming plug in it.
Nice fish. Nice fish right there. Yeah, it's so close. There we go. Striped bass 2020, guys. It's the first one for me. I just came out to play around. Go ahead and make day in the morning. Well, I'm in Jamaica Bay right now, but I'm in the back creeks. But I'm gonna go hit a bigger body of water tomorrow morning. See if I can locate some bigger fish. That was a nice fish right here. Strong fighting fish, guys. Back bay bassing. Fish are hungry. Nice fish. Put up a nice little fight. Let's get them back. Oh, chill out, buddy. He's off.
Now the next lure I want to talk about, my most favorite lure in the world, is the good old bucktail. I can't help it. This is the most versatile lure to me. You could fish it top of the water column, mid water column, the bottom of the water column. This thing right here, this is my favorite lure of all time. I have it hooked up. I use Bass Assassins with it. That's my plastic of choice when I'm using a bucktail. I really don't go too much more than 1.5 ounces. And yeah, it does the job for me. 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces, and this is my favorite lure of all time. When all else fails, I can get the bass to hit that bucktail. When you're using the swimming plugs, remember they're only diving but so deep, and the bass sometimes they're not up in the water column. A lot of times the bass will be sitting low, and you got to get something down there to get into the strike zone. In which I say this is the most versatile lure, because you could fish this at the bottom of the water column, you could fish it at the middle of the water column, or you could fish it up top at the water column. So yeah, make sure you have these in your bag, carry a few of them. like I said, this is my favorite lure of all time, the Bucktail. It's simple, it's clean, and it works. I promise you. I've caught hundreds upon hundreds of fish on these things, and I'm a firm believer in these bucktails. So yeah, make sure you have this in your bag, and you're gonna get some success. Now, a lot of people, they wonder, when you're fishing these things right here, these bucktails, it's you want to fish a slow retrieve. And when you're fishing, how I fish the bucktail, I'll give it 3 cranks, and then I'll give it a little pop of the rod. Just 1, 2, 3, pop. 1, 2, 3, pop. And that's how I fish the bucktail. They'll hit it on the pop. When you pop and you let it sink for a moment, that's when the bass will strike that thing. Now when you're fishing a swimming plug, you want to just a slow, steady retrieve on a swimming plug. It's real easy to use them. You don't have to add any extra action with your rod. It's just a slow retrieve until you feel that bass come and strike that, and you set the hook on that thing. The swimming plug is probably the easiest lure to use. All you have to do is just reel, and it's a matter of how fast or how slow you reel. You don't want to reel too fast. The bass are opportunistic feeders. They don't really chase down like bluefish do. They're a little slower and lazy. So yeah, you want to just a slow crank, and basically you're gonna wait for that bass to come along and slam that thing, and like I said, you'll set hook. And yeah, so I hope that helps you out. Now if you want to weed out, if you're getting smaller fish and you're trying to find those bigger fish in that school, I suggest using these metal lips. This metal lip is no joke. It's more of a nighttime thing instead of a daytime bite. I mean, they will bite in the daytime, but I like to use the metal lips at nighttime, and you may get less hits, but you're gonna weed out the smaller fish, and the bigger fish are gonna come up and they're gonna smack this metal lip. I promise you that. So if you want more quality over quantity, I would suggest throwing one of these out. Like I said, you might catch less fish, but you're gonna get the bigger fish out of the school. I promise you guys. All right, guys, now we're going to get into the time of day concerning surf fishermen, boat fishermen, and kayak fishermen. Now, if you're a surf fisherman, you really want to be out there in the spring. You want to be out there. If I could, I would be out there throughout the whole night, from the moment that sun drops all the way until the moment that sun comes up. In the dark, these striped bass, they like to come closer to the shoreline, which gives the surf fishermen a great opportunity at landing these fish. Now, once that sun comes up in the spring, that's more of a, I want to say, a boat and kayak thing. You can catch them all day if you're on a boat or kayak during the daytime. As long as you mark these schools of fish, you can hammer them all day, shooting fish in a barrel. But if you're fishing the surf, you want to pick your time accordingly. You don't want to go out at 2 in the afternoon. You may catch a bass here and there, but you're not going to have these awesome sessions. Now, I promise, if you go out in that evening as that sun's going down and fish through the dark, or if you get up at 2, 3 in the morning and you fish the last few hours of the dark headed into the sunrise, I can promise you, if the fish are there, you're gonna nail them one after another. I promise you guys that. And yeah, that's what you need to focus on, is on your time of day. I can tell you right now, if you're gonna get up and go out there at 2 and 3 in the afternoon, you're not gonna have too much success. I promise you, you're not gonna have too much success. So yeah, the time of day is very important for a surf fisherman. Or like I said, for a boater or a kayaker, you can get out there at any time and you can nail these fish in the springtime. But for the surf guys, you want to be out there early morning, late evening, and through the night.
There we go. Got us some fish, guys. On the Joe bags. On the Joe bags. Gotta aim the camera down. I don't want you guys to see where I'm at. So I gotta fight the fish like this. On the Joey Bags chicken scratch swimmer. Light action. Damn it. Oh, yes, Lord, it is muddy. It is muddy. That's on the Joe Bags, guys. Chicken scratch. A little fatty. Let's get him back in the water. Bunker everywhere.
Now I hope this video helps everybody out. Hope you guys catch a lot more striped bass if you're not already killing the bass. I know a lot of people, they're striped bass enthusiasts. I love the sport of striped bass fishing. It's kind of boring to me, I'm not gonna lie. It's shooting fish in a barrel for me. Once you find them, it's game on. I get bored after a while. I like chasing other species of fish. But striped bass are fun, and I know to a lot of people they're still up in air. They haven't got the grasp of it. They're trying a million different lures when, like I said, if you watch this video, you need the main specific lures, and I promise you guys, you're gonna catch way more striped bass. I hope everybody enjoys this video. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, and remember, stay tuned.